What is going on, my dudes? Tystra here, back again with another Genshin Impact video. And if you like the content, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. And of course, comment about what you thought about this video if you agree with the opinions that we're going to be talking about today. Because today we're going to be actually reviewing the Lantern Rite. Part 2. Well, not part 2, but version 2. Because this is actually the second time that the Lantern Rite's been around. Now, if you're a new Genshin player, the Lantern Rite is basically one of Genshin's bigger events that goes on. Like, it's a celebration of Liyue, and it's fantastic that we got it again, obviously. I enjoyed this Lantern Rite, but let's go ahead and get into the logistics of what came with this Lantern Rite. So, let's get into it. We're going to go into, if I actually click on that, we're going to go into the event details, and as you can see, there are 4 different challenges. The 4th one unlocks later, but let's go ahead and first talk about the Flame Plume Starflowers. Now, what this event is basically you are making perfect grade fireworks. And that's the ultimate goal, is that you want to get the perfect score ranking between all of them. And how you do that, let's go ahead and go to the actual fireworks themselves. Just one second. So, you'll get an item that is known as the launch tube. And when you get the launch tube, it basically is the thing that you're going to need to make said fireworks. Once you try and use it, it's going to pop up right in front of you, and you're going to smelt the fireworks. Now, each little mini game that you have, or each firework that you have, is going to have a little mini game. We'll go ahead and do the beginner one just to kind of show it. But basically, what you're doing is you're making the perfect firework. It's going to give you these little things that you could use to increase the either the color, the size, or the height. And what you want is you want to get it in that little orange square that you see right down below, right next to my screen. If I do this a little bit, you might be able to see it a little better. Let me do this. Hold on. Boom. There we go. That's much better. But yes, you see this little bar, and you want to try and get it to that. You have stuff that's going to help you overall, like just in general increasing. This will actually increase all of them at once to kind of give them an even spread just about. Sometimes it could work in your favor. Sometimes it could work in your detriment. But ultimately, you want to make sure that you get in the little orange square. If you go past it, you're not going to get that perfect grade. So just to kind of show what you could do, you could actually increase the firepower of it and then go to this thing. And then boom, see, already you got one perfect square. You're going to go ahead, go back, decrease your power because this one's ready to go. And then you're going to slightly increase. Oh, well, I went over anyway. But it's basically you have to be very picky on how you do it. Now, obviously, the first 2 are going to be your perfect score is 3,000. And then when you get to the 4, you're going to have 4 chambers, 1,000 points each. And then when you get to the last set of chambers, it's going to be 1,000 points each for 5,000 points on a perfect ranking. So, then you get these little fireworks right here. You could smelt fireworks as a different thing, and you can make them whatever color. It's basically your way of making, you know, fireworks. So you could do that. And then obviously you get ready to launch. You're going to put your, you know, thing of fireworks. So there we go. And then what you're going to do is you're going to save, and then you're going to begin launching. And then look, you get your own little fireworks show once it happens. You're going to 5 seconds. Come on, game. I'm trying to show it off. Look at that. You get your own, like, little fireworks show, and it's fantastic. It's lovely. Yay. Look at all the fireworks. It's so awesome. Look at Ganyu now. Well, I'm sorry. And this fireworks show kind of good. There we go. Get some hearts for Ganyu right there. But yeah, you get all sorts of different styles of fireworks. It's really, really fun. And it's something that extra you could do with your friends and stuff, like if you want to put on your own fireworks show. So overall, the launch tube part of this event is really interesting. I wouldn't say it's the best part of the event, obviously, but it's something that's really, really cool. I like the fact that we get a little launch tube now to launch fireworks, so that's really fun. Next, we got our little wave rider section, pardon me, and you get 3 parts to it, obviously. The first 2 parts are mainly you go around to campsites where the treasure hoarders are, and you're basically taking on these stronger enemies, which, you know, is pretty self-explanatory. You gather up the treasure that's in the sea and on land. On land, you're going to fight the enemies mainly. But while you're doing that, these bigger enemies are going to have a little cursor above them that shows that they are strong. What you want to do is you actually want to use the firecrackers. Where are they? There we go. There's a firecrackers crate. Excuse me. There's firecrackers crate right there. And basically, you use that to get that buff off of them, and then you could do extra damage. So, overall, this part of the event was pretty decent. Sorry. Sheesh. That part of the event was pretty decent. The last part was actually not super challenging, but a little challenging. You basically have to kill or beat 4 of those people before time expires, which is like a 3-minute timer, just about. But if you do it with 90 seconds remaining, you get all of your stuff, basically. So, pretty easy, I think. Overall, not too bad. I like the enemy fighting more than the wave rider, so... And sorry for the disgusting noises, guys. I don't know why I'm sneezing so much. I guess allergies are still a thing. But of course, then we have, you know, the little riddle section, which, if you don't know, this is actually from the first Lantern Rite. And basically, you are solving puzzles, or shadow puzzles, in this sense, to make interesting shapes of, you know, what it could be. Now, we're going to go ahead and kind of show off a little bit of what it is. I've done every single one. The last one is so tricky. I'm not going to do that one because that's going to take too long, but we're going to kind of show. So basically what you're doing is you're trying to get this thing to where it's the perfect shape. Now, if you look on the bottom, you'll see a thing called riddle progress, and that's actually what you're going to need for when you're trying to solve this, and you'll see kind of like the riddle like get a little bit better. I don't know why. Oh, I think it's because I have it reversed. There we go. So, there you go. Easy peasy. It's really not too hard on some of these puzzles. I will say that the final one, the crane, is the hardest one out of all of them. As you could... the deer was okay. Like, it took me a little bit, but that's because I had it reversed by accident. But, like, the last 2 are probably the hardest ones out of them. But the crane is definitely the toughest one out of all of them. Highly recommend that you look up a guide for it if you're... Or if you're into that stuff, if you're into, like, solving it yourself like I am, you know, just do it like that. But yeah, it's definitely not the hardest part of the event, but it's one of those ones that's kind of, like, challenging and it gets you to think a little bit. So I'll definitely give it a plus for that. And then, of course, we have an event where we fight Beidou again. Now, if you don't know who Beidou is basically, from my understanding, the wife of Osial, who was the one that attacked during the travesty of Liyue that we were, you know, that we saved the day in. And we got to see Beidou during our time with Shinhua. And you get to fight Beidou up to 6 times. You got to make sure that you get all the... You don't really have to get all of them done. Like, defeating Beidou before she could die 4 times and defeating Beidou before she does her... Or without being hit by her jet stream attack. Those are just extra. I did those because I'm, you know, I'm extra. But... overall, to get everything that you need to get the event rewards and stuff, you only need to beat Beidou 6 times. Which, honestly, Beidou, to me, is not that hard. So long as you remember your strategy going in, you should be perfectly fine, and Beidou should be not a problem. It's going to be 3, you know, water dragon heads. You beat one first, and then they dive, and then the other 2 sprout out, with the other one kind of providing backup. You got to have to dodge. When you defeat a second one, the attacks become a little bit faster, and you just gotta, you know, go as quickly as you can to defeat them. Otherwise, you're gonna have a bad time. So, ooh, Jesus, sorry, I'm still dealing with stuff. But the event overall was not too bad. The event rewards are actually really, really good. And before we get into the big main ones, we're gonna go ahead and go into this. So, when you beat, which parts of the event was it? I think it was the first 2. No. It's this one right here. You get that, and then the third one. So when you do the launch tube event and the puzzle solving events, you actually get the stuff you need for these, which is, you know, all the fireworks, and then you get extra fragments and hero's wit, which obviously pretty simple rewards. But when you do the boat event, you actually get stuff for your Serenity Teapot, which is pretty freaking awesome. I won't lie, I dig that. And of course, when you get to the Beidou section, you get the rest of the rewards to get this stuff, which is, you know, Crown of Insight, which everybody needs to get. Crowns are so limited, and you use 3 to crown a character completely on their, talents. So definitely I would say save that for those. If you're not gonna get everything like I do, go for just the crown. But it doesn't stop there, because in this event you actually get a free 4-star, which you get when you get 1,000 of the challenge 1 and 3 currency, and 1,000 of the challenge 4 currency, which is basically, in regards to that, it's the launch tube, the shadow puzzle, and Beicht. And then, well, basically, let's just keep on going into this. I don't want to go into the other thing yet, but you get a free 4-star from this. Free 4-star. If you don't have constellations for one, then you get them. I don't have any constellations for Yunjin, so I got it. So now I have a constellation 1 Yunjin. But, and then whatever you want to say. Sorry, I'm kind of jumping all over the place. But this is a fantastic thing. You get a new Ningguang costume, which she is absolutely drop dead gorgeous in. And to do this, obviously, you need to overall obtain all 2,400 affluence talismans, which is the first and third challenge, so the launch tube and the shadow puzzle. You need to get all 2,200 of the immaculate talisman, which is challenge 2, getting all the dealing with all the treasure hoarders and getting all that stuff going. And then 1,800 conquest talismans, which is the Beicht battle. And once you get everything done, you basically get the Ningguang outfit. Now, I highly recommend that you do this, because the Ningguang outfit, if you don't get it right now, is going to cost money, and it's not going to be cheap at all, especially for this. So this is a free outfit. Highly recommend that you all get this done. This event has 10 more days. There should be no reason to get it done. And plus, it only takes a little bit. I actually did the rest of, what is it, challenge 1 and challenge 4, because I had already gotten, or sorry, challenge 1, 2, and 4, because I had already gotten all the challenge 3 done the day prior to this recording. But I got challenges 1, 2, and 4 all done in the matter of 45 minutes. It's really not difficult. If you need help with it, I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there to help. And in fact, if you're a part of my Discord and you need help, and I happen to be on Genshin, I'm more than happy to help you go through the motions of what needs to be done. So overall, this has been a fun event in general, but it wouldn't be a complete event without the actual cutscenes and story. And I have to admit, this story was actually really touching. You're basically going through trying to make sure that the Lantern Rite goes off without a hitch by taking some of the stress off of catching or cooching, however you want to say it. But your ultimate goal is to make sure that she starts to relax, but the whole time she's just working, and it's really a bonding time for your character and Kuching. And then by the end of it, you get this wonderful cutscene, and I won't lie to you, I got teary-eyed, I was smiling. It was such a wonderful cutscene. I highly recommend that you guys go and do that whole quest line. It is by far worth it. The rewards that you get from this event and the cutscene and in general feels for the Lantern Rite. I feel like Genshin is getting absolutely better when it comes to storytelling and making you invested in the side characters, because I may not be a Kuching main, but I love Kuching now because of this whole thing, or catching, however you want to say it. But she's a fun character, and this whole Lantern Rite thing is awesome. You get to see characters return. All the Leeway characters are in this in some way, shape, or form, including 5 stars and 4 stars. You'll see them and you'll interact with them. So definitely would recommend. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below if you guys enjoy this Lantern Rite, or if you think it's a kind of drag. I don't think it's a drag. I definitely say that out of 10, it's definitely an 8. It's a pretty good event. I had a lot of fun. The best part of it was definitely the rewards and the quests. So, but yeah, let me know in the comments below, guys, what you guys think. Don't forget, we will be posting up some more videos this week. We have 2 more videos after this, and basically one of them is episode 2 of the crossover series, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Once again, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to entertain you. We will be back again in the next video, and as always, guys, we'll see you all in that next video. Take care, be safe.